ProSeries Tax Software new for 2017. Based on customer feedback and industry trends, we've added some great functionality to the 2017 ProSeries program. Here's a brief look at just a few of the things we added to make ProSeries Tax even better. So we're going to cover the following: some new security enhancements, a new feature for the 1040 called PDF Auto Attach, how to lock a tax return, and how we've implemented the 2018 tax law changes into our What If worksheet and to the tax planner. Let's take a look. So in terms of security, Intuit, ProSeries, and our other tax programs were part of an IRS summit, a security summit, to try to figure out ways to safeguard your client data. And there were a few things that came out of that, and one was a requirement about having a login to the tax program. So we implemented a login for 2017. You must change your password every 90 days, and we'll notify you when a password is due for change. And if there are 30 minutes of inactivity on the computer, we will require you to log back in. All of this is in service to protecting your valuable client data. Now, one of the other things we've done is we allow for the masking of personally identifiable information on printed copies of the return. So if I open the return here and I hit Control P, you'll see this under the client copy and the preparer copy. If I select client, you see there's a box here that says mask sensitive data. By doing that, by printing the document, it will not print social security numbers, bank account numbers, any personally identifiable information. There's also the ability to watermark and maybe put something like do not mail so it doesn't get inadvertently mailed to the IRS. So that was a really welcome change as well. And the IRS for a couple of years has had something called a W-2 verification code. They're in the second or third year of a trial to see if they provide a W-2 verification code on the W-2, they can match that against the incoming W-2. So on our W-2 screen, if you scroll down a little ways, there is a line here, line 9, where you can type in that verification code. It won't be on all W-2s. Certain payroll providers are putting it on there. It's not mandatory that you do that, but it does add another layer of security. So those are the things we've done around security that we think are going to be really helpful. The next thing that I'm not going to show, but I just want to talk to, is now in the 1040, when you e-file a return, if there's any form that has to be attached as a PDF, we will automatically do it. In the past, you needed to print that form to your computer, and maybe 5 or 6 steps later, you could attach it to the e-filed return and send it. Now, any of those forms that are part of the print engine and calculations of ProSeries will auto-attach and go directly to the IRS, eliminating the issues of you having to connect or to create PDFs to attach to e-filed returns. The next thing I want to show you is a really cool capability, the ability to lock a tax return. So I have a return here for John and Sally Jones. I've already e-filed it, but now I want to lock it because I don't want anyone going in later and making an inadvertent change to something I already filed. I highlight the client, I go to the Tools menu at the top, and I select where it says Lock, Unlock Client Files, say Lock Clients. Okay. Now the return, it says the lock client operation has been successful, and you notice that there's a column on the screen with a little padlock. That's telling you that it's locked. Now, locking is different than password protecting a return. If you password protect a return in ProSeries, no one can access the client file unless they know the password. This is a little different. This is a read-only tax return now, because you might want to open it at some point and review it, but you don't want anybody changing things. So double-click the client. It will open it, and you'll see that the shading on the background of the fields is a little different. I can try to click on them, but I just can't change anything because I'm dealing with a read-only file. So that's a really cool new feature. If you want to take away the lock feature, or you want to unlock it for any purpose, just highlight the client, go back to the Tools menu, and just say I want to unlock it, and unlock it. Done. Okay, so that's a nice tool. Locking returns is something that's really been something that clients have requested, so we implemented that for 2017. The last thing I want to talk about is, there's a lot of talk around the 2018 tax law changes. Your clients have a lot of questions. How does this apply to me in 2018? What's my tax return going to look like? So in both the What If Planner Okay, and in the tax planner, ProSeries has implemented the 2018 tax law into our 2017 program, so you can give your client those really quality projections. Okay, so the tax return that I'm going to look at here is Todd and Mary Jones. So I'm going to open it up, and I'll show you how to access both the planner and the tax projection worksheet. So if I scroll down to the bottom, you can see there's a section down here that says miscellaneous. I can add the what if worksheets, and I can add the tax planner to a current tax return in ProSeries. Now I've already done that. So if I click the what if worksheets on the left, you're going to see here's my current tax return, and I started plan 1, and I wanted to show a plan for 2018, and there's a box. Check this box to use the 2018 rates. So now everything I'm looking at based on 2018 has applied the new rates. If I drop down here a little bit lower, you'll see things like the standard deduction has essentially been doubled, elimination of the personal exemption. All of the laws have been applied. Same thing with the tax planner. If I go to the left and click on tax planner, I created a plan for 2018. And on this initial summary worksheet, you can see all the changes, the doubling of the standard deduction, the exemptions being eliminated, all of that, and so on and so forth. So again, we've applied the new laws to the 2017 program so that you can kind of get comparisons, do what if scenarios and planning as part of your 2017 ProSeries program. So thank you for watching.